be Nashville, Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky. Those of you as far west as Jackson. Those of you as far east as McMinnville. Welcome to Pharmacist on Call with your host, Dr. Sean Pruitt. And if you're watching this show, I am your community pharmacist. Everyone, welcome to the October edition. We're beginning fall now, so this is the beginning of the fall session for Pharmacist on Call. This is your 1 hour forum where you get to call and ask all those questions that your doctors and your pharmacists were too busy to ask. We know that they don't have time and that they're busy, but guess what? For this 1 hour, I have time for you. Rule number one, there are no silly questions. So even if you're thinking of something that you feel is silly or mundane, chances are it's going to bless someone else. Be sure to share this show with someone else who has any type of health concerns, health questions, and they're not getting satisfaction from the answers that they're getting from their providers or from their pharmacists. This is the show for them. This is a community service sponsored by Pruitt's Discount Pharmacy. We do this once a month, as we have been for the last 9 seasons. So this show here is for you. Going to get started with our birthday shout-outs, condolences like we typically do. So wanted to do birthday shout-outs to 2 of my Lion brothers, Clifford Aaron Greer, born on the 1st, and Garvin Erskine Johnson down there in Memphis, Tennessee, born on the 18th. And of course, I can't leave out Mr. Tyrone Paler down there, Memphis as well. So happy birthday, bros. I did want to do some condolences here. It looks like I lost a classmate from pharmacy school, Dr. Kevin Clausen. So I wanted to send condolences to his family and to his wife, who was also my classmate in pharmacy school, Dr. Angela Clausen, over there at Belmont College of Pharmacy. So Angela, you have my condolences. Looks like to the family of Thomas Crawley, also wanted to extend condolences. He passed away, I think maybe a week or 2 as well. So y'all, I'm talking about a real Nashville OG. So if you know him, you know. So sorry to see Mr. Crawley go. So condolences to Shamika, Stephanie, and all the other Crawleys out there. They've been friends of the pharmacy for probably since I've been open. So sorry to see Mr. Crawley go. That was a cool dude. Also, to the Pruitt family, we lost a cousin, Pee Wee. She is the mother of Charles E. Davis of the Charles Davis Foundation, Vanderbilt star, Chicago Bulls star. They are Pruitts as well. So wanted to send condolences to he and the rest of the Pruitts out south on her passing. And it looks like we've got some shout outs here. Now that we've done our condolences, wanted to shout out the country of Nigeria on their Independence Day, which was October 1st, which is why you see me rocking the gear here in honor of Nigeria, Africa's most populous nation, probably Africa's most richest nation as well, most industrious nation. So shout out to all my Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Bendalite brothers out there and sisters. So happy Independence Day for Nigeria. And it's homecoming for my alma mater, Tennessee State University, the land of golden sunshine, where the motto is think, work, and serve, the aristocrat of bands. So it will be going down this weekend and probably start immediately after this show for me. So happy homecoming, Tennessee State University. Okay, so now that we've done that, it looks like we can get into some supplements until you all start to call in here. So what has been popular the last 2 or 3 shows is something I thought that wouldn't be. I thought you all would be all over the Dr. Pruitt's potion, but I guess not. So we're going to talk about beetroot juice so that you all get a thorough understanding of everything it does and why it's so high on the list for our patients. Folks get really serious about this stuff. Beetroot juice is what we use for those people who have hypertension and diabetes, who are taking medication, but it's still not keeping their blood sugar down, still not keeping their blood pressure down, cholesterol medicine still not keeping their cholesterol down, people who have issues with anemia, people who have issues with liver disease. In terms of hypertension, this stuff works really well. What it does is it's full of organic nitrates. And so what it does is it opens up the blood vessels so that when your heart is pumping, your vessels are really small. And your heart has to pump really hard in order to get all of that blood through. So what the beetroot juice does with the organic nitrates inside of it, it relaxes the vasculature, it relaxes those veins and arteries, And so the heart can push it through easier, and the heart does not have to pump as hard. And so it can just lower your blood pressure through, I guess that's biofeedback. And so it responds to that opening, and it just brings your blood pressure down naturally. That effect takes about 30 minutes. 30 minutes or so or to an hour to take effect. This stuff really became popular when I first opened. I had a group of truck drivers come in, and they could not pass those DOT physicals to get their cards so they could continue driving. And these were guys who were all on medication, but the medication just was not getting it done. So I added beetroot juice to their regimen. They just took 1 capful before their DOT physical, along with their medicine, and they all passed. First shot. So this started a wave of beetroot juice buying, and then one of them came to me and said, hey doc, I just left my doctor's and my A1C was low. Does this help with diabetes too? So I went and did the research, and yes, it does help lower your fasting blood sugar and your A1C. Well, why is that, Dr. Pruitt? Because this provides the alkalinity to your pancreas so that it can begin to heal itself and provide the functions that it's supposed to, such as kicking out its own insulin. But it looks like we got our first call here. We're going to get back to beetroot juice here. Joanne, welcome to Pharmacist on Call. Let me help you.
Hello, how you doing, Dr. Pruitt?
Oh, pretty good. How are you?
I'm okay. I've been listening to your show, trying every month, and I have really enjoyed it. But I was interested in the beetroot juice. How long does a bottle last?
If you're doing 1 capful a day, and that's a very good question, it's going to last you around 14, 15 days maybe, about 2 weeks or so. And because it's a vegetable, you don't want to drink it really past that anyway. So once you do get it, you open it, make sure it's refrigerated because this is a natural food and it won't last forever. So this bottle will last you about a couple of weeks, taking it every day.
Okay. Well, can I ask you one more question?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
If I miss a day, and I know you said it would be like a 3-month average, your A1C would be down.
Yes, ma'am.
What if you miss a day, would that make a difference or miss 2 or 3 days?
No, ma'am.
Would that make a difference in A1C?
No, ma'am, because the majority of the days you're doing right and your body is responding to that beetroot juice. No, so missing a couple of days won't, no, ma'am. Because what the A1C is, everybody, the A1C is an average, a 3-month average of how your blood sugars have been running. The majority, I think 3/4 of that is how your blood sugar was running within the last month and a half or so. So it's a 3-month average. It's not telling how your sugar is doing that day. They just say it, kind of up and down how it trended. So if you missed a couple of days, ma'am, I think your A1C would still, come down.
Okay. Are you giving away the bottle of beetroot juice this week?
Not this show. Be sure to tune in to the December show. That's the Christmas show. That's when I'm in the giving spirit. That's when all callers get something free, okay? So make sure you tune into the Thanksgiving show. I mean, the December show.
Okay. I thought you gave it away every week, so
No, just special occasions. Yeah. My birthday, which is in February, and then our anniversary before the store, which is in August, and then in December for Christmas holiday.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I enjoy watching your show, and I appreciate your help.
Yes, ma'am. All right, thank you. All righty, bye-bye. All right. All right. Pharmacist on Call, may we help you?
Yes, Dr. Pruitt. I wanted to ask you a question about CoQ10.
Okay.
Do you have? I don't want anything that's coming from people that make drugs. Do you have anything that's good to take? Because I take a blood pressure pill with statin in it.
Okay.
And I need something that's natural. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you need something to replace the CoQ10. So what she's intimating, everyone, is that statins decrease the CoQ10 that's present in your body. Is that what you're getting at?
Right.
Okay. And so what we can do is one of two things. She's saying, hey, I want to take something natural. I don't want a prescription drug. So
Right.
we can do that, or we could just supplement with CoQ10 and leave you on the statin. So if she doesn't want to do the statin, we have something called red yeast rice, which is an herb, and it actually has CoQ10 in it as well, because it has a propensity to decrease your CoQ10 too, even though it's natural.
Well, now, what I'm saying, you know, like I said, I take a blood pressure pill with the statin in it.
Uh-huh.
So I need to put back because, you know, that takes from.
Yes, ma'am. So I would just recommend supplementing with the CoQ10. We sell CoQ10 by itself.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. So we sell it in 100 or 200 milligrams. And people, the CoQ10 is good because it's involved in your blood pressure. CoQ10 keeps your blood pressure low.
Right.
So
Okay.
I would just
So-
recommend coming in and supplementing with that.
Okay, dear. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right, everyone. We're up on our first break. You stay right there. We'll be right back.